What's up, gamers? GamerDad here. This is a guide to help you complete all of the Avian Ambush Week quests. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. So, first up, we have fall 4 stories while holding a chicken. So, by this time, you should be aware that there's glowing loot chickens all over the map. They can be found in many places. For this particular challenge, in order to fall 4 stories, I like the idea of coming over to the Rave Cave, or you can find any other, mountainous area. Alternatively, you could also build a structure with materials, make it 4 stories high, and jump off it with a chicken, but I figured I would work with what I've got here. So I'm coming in, I'm going to be jumping off that platform right there. You could really do it at any platform at the Rave Cave. Getting some materials when I first land here, because I was potentially thinking about building my own little structure off that ramp back there, but I decided in the end not to bother. So I just then looked around. This is a glowing loot chicken. They're pretty hard to miss. They're going to be glowing depending upon the rarity of the loot they're carrying. This has got legendary loot. Sometimes they're purple. But now that I've got this glowing loot chicken, I'm just going to head up the mountain here to the Rave Cave. And then make my way over to the platform just over here. And now I'm going to head out on the platform, and all you have to do at this point is not sprint, because if you sprint, you will drop your chicken. And for me, I just walked off the end, and then the chicken will start to flutter there, and you just want to go as far as you can, and then you're done that challenge. So, next up, we have catch a chicken in different matches. You need to do this 3 times. Now, for these challenges, you can probably knock off a couple in one match. As you see, I just caught a chicken there. So, catching a chicken and then doing a few of these other challenges will allow you to get multiple done. Those markings right there show you where all of the chicken pens are. Typically, I've found that there's quite a few chickens around these pen areas. So I came here to the first one. This one's near the reality tree. As you can see, a chicken pen here has the fence, and then it's got that little red structure there. So I wandered around. Oddly, this time it was a little more difficult to find a chicken. And you just have to, get close to the chicken. They're a bit of a pain in the butt. They run away from you. For me, I hit the triangle button on my PS5, picks up the chicken, and then I have to run. Actually, now I need to start up another match, and I just caught my second chicken there. And then for my third match, I'm coming over here to the chicken pen that's nearby Fort Jonesy. So I just need to catch one more. This is my third match. And there, that challenge is complete. 2 down, 5 more to go. Up next, we have use a D-launcher while holding a chicken. So as you can see by all the markings there, there's a ton of D-launchers. And we've already gone over, finding a chicken and then picking it up with the triangle button on the PS5. So I like the D-launchers at Tainted Towers here. Some of the other areas are very hot. So again, I know there's a chicken pen just over here by the gas station near the reality tree. So I come in here. I already see this glowing loot chicken as I've come in off the battle bus. So I go down here, chase this little bugger, pick up the chicken, and now I'm just heading over to Tainted Towers to the D-launcher right here. So I like this because it's nice and close, and again, this is not a very busy section of the map at this time. The location over by Fort Jonesy is really ramped up with people. There's a ton of people landing there, so that's why I wanted to come over here. So just make sure you don't sprint, otherwise you will likely drop your chicken. Find yourself a D-launcher. Make sure you're aware of which way it's going to launch you, and then blam. Just walk on it. There you go. Challenge is complete. It'll launch you and the chicken. And then you can move on to the next one. So for this one, it's travel while holding a chicken. Now you likely got this challenge, and it's pretty easy to do while doing the catch a chicken in different matches. All you need to do, find a chicken, and again, I like these areas here. For me, I'm going to the location by Reality Tree or the one by Fort Jonesy for all of my quests. But in this case, land, pick up a chicken. This was my very first chicken. And now you just want to run with it and get the benchmark of 300. So again, avoid sprinting because that will drop the chicken, as you see there. Annoyingly, my sprint button is pushing up on the control stick that I use to also to move forward. Not really the best setting, and it's a bit awkward, so that's why I ended up dropping the chicken twice. So to finish this off, I just basically made sure I did not accidentally, push up again while already moving forward. So again, you'll see the indicator count as you get more and more distance here. As you can see as well, I don't have a single player start shooting at me here, which is again why I said I like this. It's not a very hairy spot over here, nice and chill, not too many players. And there's even a pen nearby, so you could have caught a chicken, walked and got the travel challenge, and then also went and dropped it in the pen, and you could actually get 3 challenges all in one go. So that challenge is complete. Now we're going to go on to the next one, and this one is return a chicken to a pen. So as I just suggested, some of these challenges really can be nailed back to back to back and basically all done kind of at the same time. So again, multiple locations where the chicken pens are, that's 5 of them right there. So I'm going to land over at the location by the reality tree. This is just showing you what a pen looks like. And so here's the same chicken. I picked it up here. And again, as I mentioned, you can do multiple challenges at one time. And this was me getting my catch a chicken in different matches. I got my travel with the chicken. And then now I'm just going to head over to the pen and finish this one off. So you just want to carry that chicken. Again, avoid sprinting. And once you see the pen, and again, it's got that red little structure surrounded by a fence, you just aim and throw the chicken into the fenced enclosure to complete the challenge. For me, I'm not sure what happened, how that structure, the red structure, went missing here, whether someone destroyed it or it glitched out, but boom. Toss the chicken in, and it's now returned to the pen, and the challenge is complete. So next up, deal damage with a chicken peck. This is probably the hardest challenge. For this, you need to locate a chicken, you need to pick it up, and again, I like the idea of coming to these areas here. For this one, I'm actually going to go over to Fort Jonesy. I'm not going to Reality Tree this time. This one has a lot more chickens spawning here, and there's a lot of players. But for this one, you're going to pick up a chicken, and while you may be able to get it to peck a player, the chances are the player is going to shoot you, take you out before the chicken will peck it. So I suggest going to find wildlife, whether it's a wild boar or a wolf. And how this one works is you need to be, the timing is kind of key here. If you find yourself a wolf, once it attacks you, you want to just leave a tiny bit of distance and the chicken will peck it. So as you see, the chicken there, it actually pecked at the boar when the boar attacked, but it will not, and it seems to not want to peck at it when it's not kind of being aggressive and coming at me here. So it did take me about a minute or two of actually chasing this dang wild boar around until he actually got aggressive with me again, and then at one point you will see the pecks occur. The pecks, in this case, do 1 damage, and this was actually quite frustrating how much of a pain this was. And for me, it took me forever to find the actual wild boar. So coming right up here, there we go. You got 2 pecks in on that wild boar. The challenge is complete. It takes, a couple seconds for it to register. There we go. And I end up getting 1 more just for good measure here. But yeah, shouldn't have been as hard as it was. There we go, 1 last peck. So next one, you have to throw chickens. You have to do this 10 times. And again, you could be doing this in tandem with all those other quests. So every time you're getting a chicken, you can pick it up and then ensure that you throw it. So there's all the pens again. I like landing by the pens. I've mentioned it a couple times already. The strategy is the same. I really like the pen over here by Fort Jonesy, and specifically that little valley area here. There seem to be a lot of chickens kind of around this place or down in the valley. There's definitely a lot of chests down there. That's one thing I've noticed landing here a lot. But you're going to come in here, and you can just basically go around, and if you last for a whole match, maybe to the top 10 or more, you can probably find yourself 10 chickens. Every time you see a chicken, just make sure you throw it. So here we go. Pick it up, aim, throw. There you go. Another one bites the dust. As well, there is a hunt chickens challenge. So one good strategy, and I'm going to cover that challenge next, is you could throw it and then shoot it and take it out, and you'll be able to take out 2 challenges at the same time. But for my videos, I'm just focusing on one at a time here. So you're just going to repeat this process, keep going around the map, and until you're able to find and throw 10 chickens. Now there's an example of that other strategy I mentioned. You pick up a chicken, you throw it, get credit for one challenge, and then you shoot it and kill it and get credit for another challenge. So as you grind this one out, you'll get your 10 chickens. Boom, there we go. That challenge is now complete. And now on to the next one. We have hunt glowing loot chickens. Now you need to hunt and kill 20 loot chickens. So same deal as all the other quests. For me, I'm recommending you land near one of the pens. And at this point, I'm really recommending that one near Fort Jonesy. It's a really good spot here. And again, watch all the videos. Make sure you understand all of the quests. And if you're not making videos, it's much easier to just kind of go at these and get many of them all at the same time. So of course, for this challenge to hunt them, you need to get yourself some loot, which is another reason why this is a nice place to start, because there's a plethora of chests, multiple chests here. So this is an example where I was getting the throwing of the chickens challenge, as well as, you know, following it up and getting the hunting part of the second challenge. Now, you'll see I do a couple different strategies here for hunting the chickens. This is one fun way. If you get a ranged weapon like a sniper rifle or a Cobra DMR, it's pretty fun to look around, and when you spot the chickens, to scope them and take them out with the, you know, your sniper or your real long range weapon. I found that was actually quite fun. So I got a couple. I sniped quite a few of my chickens with that strategy. Another strategy is drive around in a car. Every time you see the glowing loot chicken, just run it over. It's another easy way to do this. You can also cover lots of ground. But here's me finishing it up. I only need 2 more. I end up, you know, spotting one, and then I end up getting lucky and finding another just here up on top of the hill. And so once I get this challenge done, that will be all of my challenges for the Avian Ambush Week. One more to go, and it's just off to the left side here, and then I'm all done. So I do hope this guide has been helpful for you. Please drop a like, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that button and show me that support. Have a great day until the next video. This is GamerDad, out.